Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. Your life is about to drastically change. Your life can drastically change in a few weeks, in a few months, in a few years. Your life can drastically change. And right now, your life is probably really good. I have a feeling that you have a great relationship. You have a great career. You have great friendships. You have a great family. But this one area of your life, your relationship with food, the binging, the body image struggles, is impacting a lot of areas in your life. And it's so easy when you're in the thick of body image struggles, binge eating struggles. It's so easy when you're in the thick of the struggle to believe there's not a way out. To believe I'm just going to struggle with my weight and binging for the rest of my life. It's so easy to believe this is just who I am. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my life binging. I'm just gonna be thinking about food 24/7. It's really easy in those moments to believe there's not a way out. And I want to share a story with you about my journey to really give you some insight in how quickly your life can drastically change. Donna is here. Kara's here. Deborah's here. Hey, Hannah. Hannah's in Body Image Boost. Kara's in the membership and Body Image Boost. Donna's in the membership. Hello, you guys. So 2018 was when my binges were absolutely horrible. I was binging almost every single day. I was so obsessed with the way that my body looked. I was tracking every single gram of food I was consuming. I thought about food all day long. I felt super impulsive. I felt like I had no control around food whatsoever. And I thought, nobody else does this. There's nobody else in the world that thinks about food as much as me. There's no one else. No one else. It's just me. No one else is obsessed with the way that their body looks like me. Like, yeah, some people will go through periods where like they're obsessed with their body, but like for me, I can't gain weight. I'm so obsessed with the way that I look, like I'm terrified. Nobody else feels like they're going through this out-of-body experience. As soon as their family leaves the house and they get the house themselves, nobody else is like super excited to just binge when they get the house to themselves. Like other people would be excited to, probably have like the house to themselves and just like watch Netflix or like relax or do something good for themselves. But me, I was like, the most exciting thing in the world is just going to go binge tonight. Nobody else has bloating issues and binging issues. Like it's so much harder for me. And it's so easy to think, well, she can conquer because she doesn't have other health conditions, so she doesn't have to restrict. Oh, it's so easy for her to conquer because, well, she's just in a nice body. Well, it's so easy for her to conquer because she's not really into health and fitness. And I have a background in health and fitness, so it's so much harder for me to conquer because I'm into health and fitness and I don't want to change the way that my body looks. It would be so much easier if I didn't have to, go through these bloating issues and I didn't have to like purposely restrict myself. It would have been so much easier than I would conquer. How easy is it to say, I can't conquer, but she can? It's easier for her. No one gets me. I'm just going to struggle with this for the rest of my life. And I had a choice in that moment. I had a choice in that moment back in 2018 where things in my life were going well in terms of my relationship, my career, my family life, but this binging aspect was taking over a huge aspect of my life. And I started having bloating issues, and I started just having other things kind of going on. And I said to myself, I have a choice, and you have a choice. I could continue to believe that I'm just going to struggle with binging for the rest of my life. I can continue to believe no one else gets me. I can choose to believe, well, I'm always going to be thinking about food all day long. I could choose to believe that I'm always going to yo-yo in weight. I'm always going to be obsessive about everything that I eat. I can choose to believe that. That's the first option. There's no way out, and I'm just going to struggle. Or the second option is I'm going to choose to believe that there is a way out. I'm going to choose to believe that I can eat normally. I can have a healthy relationship with food. I can feel amazing in my own skin. I can go on trips and travel with my husband without worrying about gaining weight when I'm on vacation. I can go out for dinner with my husband without looking at the menu a week in advance. I could be that person that could be home alone and have no desire to binge. I had those two choices. I'm either going to, one, believe, nope, can't do it. It's so challenging. I'm going to struggle with binge eating for the rest of my life, or I can choose to believe that there is a possibility for me. And what do you think I chose? I chose to believe the second option. I chose to believe that it doesn't matter how many years I struggled with binge eating for, how challenging I felt like my situation was with having, IBS and bloating issues and all these other things. I chose to say, you know what? It's okay. I am going to conquer. I can do this too. It is a choice to believe that you can conquer. The people who conquer aren't just lucky. The people who conquer they didn't just have it easy. The people who conquer simply choose to believe that they can conquer. But here's what happened. So I decided in that moment, I said, I don't want to just keep talking about this and keep struggling. Like, I'm going to do something about it. But in that moment, I still had doubt. The moment that I decided I'm ready to heal my relationship with food, I still had doubt. Doubt still crept in. I remember I messaged a coach on Instagram. I sent a DM. And I was like, SOS, I'm struggling. At the time, I was a health and fitness coach, and I'm like, I'm sure you hear this all the time. I'm super into health. I know so much about nutrition. I know exactly what to eat, but for the life of me, I just can't stick to any plan. Like, I'm binging, I'm out of control with food, like SOS. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Deanna. So I sent this message to this coach. And I was like desperate at this point. I'm like, I'm ready to conquer. Like, I am so beyond exhausted thinking about food all day long and like binging and feeling gross in my own skin. Like, I was like, I'm done. Then I started thinking to myself, well, things aren't that bad. Things are okay. I mean, yeah, I'm binging, but like, I still have a good relationship. Yeah, I'm still binging, but like, I have a good career. Yeah, I'm binging, but like, actually this week, it hasn't really been that bad. My mind started to convince me, like, you can do this on your own. Do you really need help? My mind started going there. And I was trying to convince myself, like, yeah, you know what? Actually, the past few days, like, I haven't really been thinking about food a lot. And like, my binges actually haven't been that bad. Like, maybe I don't need support. Like, maybe I'm fine. I have a great relationship with my husband. My career is amazing. Like, maybe I don't need support. Things were okay in my life, but you know what? I didn't want an okay life. Other areas of my life were pretty good, but I didn't want a pretty good life. things were good in my life, but I didn't want a good life. I wanted an amazing life. That week, I had less binges, but I didn't want less binges. I wanted no binges. There would be times in my life where I felt sometimes horrible in my body, but then there were some days where I'm like, I feel okay in my body, but I didn't want to feel okay in my body. And that was a moment for me that changed everything. And I said, I want to end this for good. That moment changed everything for me. The moment where I decided I don't want to just feel okay in my body. I don't want to just binge sometimes and not binge sometimes. Like, I am ready to fully conquer this. And I made a commitment to myself that I was going to go all in and heal my relationship with food. That I really wanted to, for the first time in my life, actually be kind and loving towards myself. Because I spent 10 years of my life beating myself up, being this perfectionist. You don't look good enough. This isn't good enough, blah, 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 blah. And from that moment, my life drastically changed. Hey, Marlo. Hey, Rita. Hello, you guys. My life changed not because things were horrible before, but because I decided that I was meant for more. I didn't want an okay life. I didn't want an okay relationship. I didn't want an okay relationship with food. I didn't want an okay relationship with my body. I wanted to feel amazing in my body. I wanted to have no more binges. And I want to share with you 3 things that really helped me get to this point of no more binging, feeling amazing in my own skin, and maintaining it for the past 4 years. The first thing was obviously deciding, right? Like you have to decide. It is a choice. When you're stuck in this place of I'm binging and things aren't horrible, but things aren't amazing, you have a choice. You have a choice to say, do I want to just have less binges but still be binging? Do I still want to feel okay in my body, or do I want to feel amazing? It's a choice. It's a choice. I could very well in 2018, I had a very successful career. I was the owner of a fitness studio with my husband. We had an amazing relationship, great family life. I could have been like, it's fine. I'm not dying, you know? But my binges were impacting my mental health. It was impacting my intimate life. It was impacting my career. It was impacting other areas. So I made a choice. That's the first thing. But that's not really what I want to talk about. These 3 things really dramatically changed my life and helped me get to a point of stopping my binge eating. Number 1 is support from somebody who got me. Support from somebody who got me. If right now you don't have somebody in your life that understands you, that has gone through binge eating, you're going to feel broken. I felt broken for 10 years of my life because I didn't have someone in my life that gone through binge eating, let alone understood it. My mom didn't understand. My friends, I didn't even tell them. My partner at the time had no clue. When you don't have somebody in your life that knows what binge eating is and has gone through it, you feel like nobody gets me. And the moment that I decided to get support from somebody who's actually gone through binge eating, who has been there, who understands what I mean when I say I'm going through an out-of-body experience and I'm not just overeating, for the first time in my life, I felt seen and understood. How many of you guys have somebody in your life who gets you? How many of you guys have somebody in your life that has actually gone through binge eating that makes you feel seen every day? For 10 years, I didn't. My mom, I love her, but it's okay. It's okay if you feel a little bit guilty. No, Mom, this guilt has been lasting me a month. Yeah, but Mom, you don't understand. I'm not just eating a little bit too much like you might do on a random Friday. Like when you're not home, I literally had like 15 pieces of chocolate chip banana bread from the freezer. I'm not just doing a little overeating. Andrew, my husband, oh, it's okay. Like, don't worry. Like, today's a brand new day. I know today's a new day, but I don't think you understand that I literally feel like a big whale and I don't want you to look at me. I don't want you to touch me. So I'm sorry, but you don't get it. Without you in this community, I wouldn't be able to show up every day, even after the really hard weeks. Yeah, Cindy is amazing. Cindy's in our membership. The community is truly amazing. But this is what happens. Like when you have somebody who understands you, who gets you, you don't feel broken. You feel less alone. And I swear to God, I felt like 30 pounds lighter because I was holding all of this on my own. Like binging is so secretive, right? But then to also have to like hold the struggle behind the scenes, it's heavy. It's heavy. So the moment, that was the first thing that helped me get here, was I actually got support from somebody who got me, who understood me. And everyone in the membership, everyone in the academy can relate to this, because when you have somebody who gets you, it's like you literally don't have to like hide things anymore. Like, I don't know if I should share this. Like, people might think I'm weird. Nobody thinks you're weird. They're thinking the exact same thing. Oh yeah, I did that yesterday. Oh yeah, you think about food all day long. I think about food all day long. And it's not a matter of like, oh, like we're just broken people in a community. It's not about that. It's like, no, we're going to come together. We're going to support each other. We're going to be cheerleaders. We've got each other's back and we're on this path of healing and we're going to conquer together. That's what my community is all about. So that was the first thing that changed my life. The second thing that changed my life, that kind of coincides with the first one, but it's community and surrounding yourself with the right people. So number one is getting to support from somebody who actually understands you, who can give you the tools. But then number two, who you surround yourself with matters. When you surround yourself with people that are all talking about weight loss and diet culture, and oh my gosh, I ate so much yesterday and like I gotta go burn it off, and like I'm gonna do this keto thing, and like I'm gonna, like, it's so toxic. Who you surround yourself with matters. When I was always part of, fitness groups and these fitness challenges, that's all I thought about. I thought about my body so much more. When I would see people, I would follow people on social media who would post before and after photos, and I'm like, that's all I saw. I'm like, well, then I need to lose weight. I need to fix my body. It's all you think about. When you surround yourself with people who are negative, that's how you feel. When you surround yourself with people who are positive and they uplift you and they're cheerleaders for you, you feel like a freaking badass. Who you surround yourself with matters. When I was part of a community and I would share something like, oh my gosh, I didn't give in to an urge to binge, I was so surprised that everyone was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because in my real life, if I ever told my husband, like, I didn't give in and binge, he's like, oh, okay, good. I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is like the best part of my day. I don't think you understand how freaking strong that urge was, but he didn't get it. But the community did. So that's the second thing, community. Who you surround yourself with matters. The third thing that changed my life, that really helped me get to this point of no longer binging, was trusting the process and staying committed. I see this very often. It's easy at the beginning to say, I'm going to trust the process. I am committed. I am going to do this. I am committed. I'm going to stop my binging. It's very easy at the beginning. But can you still trust the process after a bad week? Can you still trust the process when you feel like everyone else is making progress much faster than you? Because that happened to me in my journey. When I was on my journey, like I said, I had bloating issues. I had to restrict certain foods. I couldn't just order what I wanted on the menu. I couldn't just allow myself to just eat whatever, and I didn't even want that. And I would see these other people making progress much faster than me. And I had to trust the process. I couldn't say, well, they can do it. Maybe I'm just broken. I didn't decide that. I said, you know what? I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust my timeline. I am going to be committed no matter what. No matter if everyone else is making progress faster than me, no matter how long it takes me, I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust the process. Are you trusting the process, and are you continuing to stay committed after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, however long it takes? Are you still committed? Because a lot of the people will start so much excitement. I'm done with dieting. Let's freaking go. And then fear creeps in. Or maybe you're not making progress as fast as you would like. Can you still trust the process then? Can you still stay committed then? That is what will help you conquer. Trust in the process and staying committed. Trusting the process and staying committed. There are so many times in my journey where I was like, I just want to throw in the towel. Like, I am so done with binging. Like, why am I still binging? Like, I want this to be done. But if I didn't stay committed and I didn't trust the process, I wouldn't have been here. And all my clients who conquer, all of you guys who are going to conquer, it's because you chose to stay committed and you decided to trust the process. So those are the 3 things that changed my life. Got support from somebody who got me, surrounded myself with a community, and I trusted the process and I stayed committed. And let me tell you this, it's so much easier to trust the process and stay committed when you are part of a community. And when you do have somebody who gets you. Because when my clients tell me certain things of like, is this normal to feel this way? Like, one of my clients in the membership yesterday was like, is it normal to like have food kind of be like blah, like it just kind of like lose its magic allure, like it doesn't really like excite you anymore? And people in the membership were like, yeah, that's what actually happens when you heal your relationship with food. Like, yeah, food's still exciting, but you don't feel like this strong pull towards foods you once used to binge on. But if you're doing this on your own, you might think, I don't know, am I doing something wrong? Right? When you've transitioned from binging every single day, now you're doing a little bit of overeating, right? You might think, oh my God, am I doing something wrong? And then you're part of a community and I'm telling you like, hey, this is actually part of the process. It's so much easier to trust the process when you know you're on the right path. When I tried to do this on my own, I remember when I was eating intuitively and I was like, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Like, am I supposed to be allowing myself to eat certain foods? But like, do I honor every craving or just like sometimes? Or like, should I like give into an urge sometimes? Like, or maybe like, I had no idea until I actually learned what to specifically do. It's so much easier to trust the process when you know what you're doing is the right path. It's hard to trust the process when you don't know if you're on the right path. It's hard to stay committed if you don't know if what you're doing is right. Marlo says, I can't even listen to the podcast or look on social media that speak about calorie deficits, tracking macros. I see right through it now. Yep. I felt seen for the first time I heard you speak on a podcast. Oh, Marlo, you're amazing. I love having you in the membership. So your life can drastically change, and it starts with a choice. In 2018, I had a choice. I had a choice to say, you know what? I have a good life. Yeah, I'm binging, but I have a good life. Or, you know what? I'm living a good life, but I want an even better life. And I want to be free from all these binging struggles, body image struggles. I want to be free. And that's what I chose. And that's how I'm here. It's a choice. It's a choice to believe, oh, I'm just going to struggle with this for the rest of my life. It's a choice to believe I can conquer. It's a choice to believe I can do this. It's a choice to believe that your life can change. It's a choice to believe that no matter how many years you struggled with binging for, that you can conquer. It is a choice to believe. And that moment that I decided I was no longer going to believe that I couldn't I was no longer going to choose to believe, oh, well, I'm just going to struggle for the rest of my life. The moment that I decided to no longer believe that was the moment that everything changed for me. I started making progress. I started thinking about food less. I was less impulsive. It's a choice. So what are you going to choose to do in this moment? Even if your life is good right now, things can get better. Your life can drastically change in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the next few years. Where I am today feels like a dream. I was out for a tea with a friend this morning after yoga. I had like the biggest smile on my face. Drinking tea, nothing crazy, nothing dramatic, but I'm just happy. That's it. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm gonna get like emotional. It's like the little things in your life that you just get to do because you're free. Why am I emotional right now? You know, like watching Love is Blind yesterday with Andrew just cuddling up on the couch and not having to worry about like, don't touch me, or like I ate too much, like sit on the other side of the couch. It's those little moments that you will get to experience. And this is what I mean by your life's going to dramatically change. I don't mean like you're going to have this extravagant life. I live a very simple life, but the things that I do are so much more intentional. And I'm just so much happier because I decided in that moment that I was meant for more. And you are meant for more as well too. Cindy says, you teaching the tools and the community support is so beyond important in the moving forward. The membership has been life-changing. I can't say it enough. Cindy, I love you so much. Like, you are such an important aspect of the membership. I love how passionate you are. Thank you for being you. You're welcome, Jen. I just want to like take you to the end destination. Like, I can take you there. I know I can help you conquer. Like, I don't even doubt that ability for me or for you. I know you can get there, but you have to decide for yourself. And the moment that you decide for yourself is the moment you're going to conquer. So what are you going to choose today? What are you going to choose today? You make us all feel so seen. Oh, you're welcome. I remember hearing Lorna and thinking, she can help me, but my past experience really made me question what I thought about her vision. I'm feeling so much better and I know I will beat this obsession. Yes, Donna. Yes, you absolutely will. And we've got a whole year inside the membership together and I'm so excited to really, really be able to support you. Thank you guys for being here. I just want to pour so much hope, belief, and excitement into you that things can happen for you that you're like dreaming of and you're like, that would never happen for me. It's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. Trust the process, believe, get the right support, and you're going to get there. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hearing me out. I love you guys. We can do this together. I have no doubt in my mind. Have the best day ever, the best weekend ever, and we'll see you guys soon.